Hey guys, and welcome back everyone. So in this video, I'm going to leave my glove on because this is going to be an important video for everyone, including myself. So in this video, we're going to cover a few things. First, off the bat, obviously DNK and SCKT. Those are the two tickers we traded, one of which has the most perfect gap and go setup we've seen in quite some time. This is why it's called a gap and go setup. So I want to review that ticker, or both of those tickers, specifically DNK, why that was a hot stock, why this is a good strategy, and you just dive into this strategy because there's so much good stuff to learn out of it. And sometimes you get these really nice streaks where this strategy is just boom, boom, boom on point. So it really helps to know what to look for. And then near the end of this video, I want to wrap up with a big change we're doing to the channel. A change that I've been thinking about for the last few weeks, and I mean, this is something that we're going to be changing over a year of doing this. So stay tuned till the end of this video, and then we're going to be talking about that. But let's first go ahead, get started, talk about the good stuff, and let's see if my computer even wants to switch screens. Probably not. So while my computer's thinking about switching screens, I will talk about DNK. Oh, here we go. Turn this light off just a tad bit, and there we go. DNK, guys, this was a hot ticker today. We're up about 300. No, wait, that's not true. We're up $245 today day trading. Not a huge day for me. I was snoozing like no tomorrow, and this is actually a big reason for the shift that we're going to be doing, because I have not been as energetic during the streams as I wish, because I'm having way too much screen time. I am exhausted, and today I literally thought I was going to faint at one point, and I couldn't get aggressive. So DNK, let's go ahead and check out this ticker really quickly. Oh, what did I just click on? Just clicked on Forex Trader. This is why I'm so excited for that new laptop. Everything is delayed on this computer, everything, and I'm always clicking the wrong stuff because I don't want to get into it. Ooh, look, DNK really popping up here. Okay, well, the best place to always start is on the dailies. This is really where a lot of buttons really come together. So DNK is, has been selling off quite a long time. This is why we don't invest into small caps usually. 87+% down from that last big spike to the upside. Yesterday was a green day, and then today was a big green day, up on good earnings. I love that. That's one of my favorite catalysts, along with partnerships, along with vaccine approvals. I meant to say good news on clinical trial results if it's a biotech, yada yada. So yesterday DNK had a nice day and it closed high, and this is a second green day today. Not your typical play, but if we go back here and then we go make this actually, you know what? Let's use the big chart. Let's make it really nice and juicy for everyone. Let's use the big chart, go to the 5-minute, and then scroll in here. So this is a perfect stair stepper here. So yesterday, around, let's see, 10 o'clock, and actually originally kind of like out of the gates, we had a nice breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, another breakout, but this is kind of where we're losing a lot of energy. This was a huge run on DNK, total run of almost 90+%, but this major run was 78% before it really had that longer consolidation. Anyway, I would say that first leg, we always talk about legs in the gap and go strategy. So you have a leg up, you consolidate, you have a second leg up, that typically is the open, right? Gap, and then go. So here's the first leg, then we consolidated, right? And this consolidation here had its major low around 22% down from pre-market highs. That's actually not too bad, or from the highs. That's good. That's always over the 30% that we're looking for. And then we have a second move here. This was a 57% move, and then we eventually have that consolidation here around 17% pre-market. But overall, this was healthy consolidation. So we're having a really, really nice, you can see it here, stair stepper pattern forming. Big step up, consolidate, big step up, consolidate. And now this thing is gapping pre-market. It's up pre-market around 40%. This is nice, having a healthy pullback, but it's not really selling off too much. Still holding a decent VWAP, trending higher. This is looking really, really good. And guess what happens at the market open? It goes and gaps again. This is the third leg to the upside. Typically, we're not dealing with 3 legs, we're dealing with 2 legs, right? You have the pre-market gap, you have a consolidation, and then the second gap. That's why it's called a gap, consolidate, and go. Gap and go strategy, right? That's why. I think I'm sure that's very obvious to a lot of people, but if you're totally new, if you're just learning about certain strategies, it's going to be like, oh my God, yeah, it's so obvious. So this is what we usually like trading. Lately, the gap and go strategy has been a little bit tough because we've been seeing a lot of stocks selling off, a little bit shakiness. I mean, SCKT was a perfect example of this one. I was trading this one quite aggressively pre-market, and SCKT never really ended up holding its high. So we had a gap up, we consolidated, and there was no go, right? There was no continuation. There was just falling to the downside. Actually, this is a bit of a triple bottom here. This is really looking healthy. This could be something worth looking into right now. Anyway, let's get back to DNK. Wow, this thing is absolutely ripping right now. Woo-hoo, man, some part of me really wants to trade this right now. This is just a perfect breakout, pullback, and then move to the upside. Wow. This is another reason we're going to be talking about this a little bit later, why I'm making a huge change to the channel. This is part of the reason. Okay, so before I get huge FOMO and do something silly, let's get back to talking about the gap and go. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the gap up, consolidate, gap up, consolidate. Obviously, we're just, typically one leg to the upside, and that's it. And now I want to talk about the 1 minute here. This is where things were looking really, really hot. Man, this is painful just to even be not trading this right now, but I'm done with trading. So right before the actual market, and you know what, actually, let's go back to this chart because this one shows VWAP here, and I really do want to mention VWAP. So we're consolidating pre-market. We try to break VWAP. It never really ends up breaking that area too much. Look at the 5 minute down here. This is a really good point of reference. You can see holding VWAP pretty well. We did break it a little bit, but it was never that bad. And then into the market open, we're moving higher here. This is really a good sign, moving higher, but it's not extended. If you guys ever hear me pre-market saying this ticker is a little bit extended, I'm not liking what I'm seeing, this is it. If it's just, huge run already, like, 50% or something like that right before the market opens, it's like on its fourth pullback. This is a pullback right here. So we had a nice move higher and then it's pulling back. This is a move higher, pulling back. So if it's like on its fourth, fifth pullback before the market opens, that's a huge red flag. It means it's a little bit overextended pre-market. It's basically having that gap consolidate and go, not at the market open, but it's having it before the market opens, right? And then the gap and go strategy on that ticker is no longer that hot. So this one had a nice little move higher, had a perfect pullback, and then it had a good go. This is literally what you are looking for a classic gap and go situation. Now it's having that consolidation again. It really held its highs well, and now it's doing another bit of a go here. So this could be the fourth leg to the upside. DNK is really, really a hot ticker, guys. Really nice. So if you're trading this right now, you probably have much more hindsight than I do right now, how this ended up, going. But, big question, is, are we going to still see a bit more of a bull flag kind of setup here, or is this already going to be the move? Typically, the first consolidation is going to be the longest. The second consolidation is going to be shorter than the first one, and the third one is going to be shorter than this one. So it's always, the stairs are always getting tighter, and at one point you have that blow off top at the end, right? That's like momentum trading 101. We're really getting back to the basics right now, which is sometimes really good to do. So I don't really think we're going to see longer consolidation here. This thing should probably start moving if it's going to move. It's been a hot ticker, and look at this, over $500 million in dollar volume. That's really good. Lately, we've been seeing such light moves. It's been absolutely a disaster in terms of action this week. So I really like what I'm seeing with DNK. Let's quickly talk about some of the stats on this one. Where is it? DNK. You know what? I didn't even have it. I wasn't even looking too much into it because at first I was really focused on SCKT. DNK. I was focused on EGY and not so much MDLY, EGY and KZIA, and then SCKT. SCKT and EGY were really my two top picks. DNK really just phenomenal move here. So this is the unusual part, and I just really want to quickly wrap up with this ticker. So we're usually looking for a stock with a tradable float under 50 million and ideally under 10 million, has a news catalyst. This ticker isn't either one of those things. Has strong spike history. Yeah, okay, there's strong spike history. You guys remember that big spike to the upside before it had that 80% dip to the downside. Good daily room to run. This one, yes. What I'm always looking for is either being above the 180-day moving average or having a lot of room to run before hitting it. This is the green line right here is that 180-day moving average. And we have still some good upside on this one. So yeah, good daily room to run. I like it. What else we're looking for is a fast rate of change. What does that mean? What is a fast rate of change? Well, let's see this green candle right here. This candle right here is 5%, almost 6%. That's a fast candle. On a slow day, on a day where we're not having any hot moves, a big green candle like that will be 2%. And I'm like, oh, this is such a slow mover. So I'm looking for fast rate of change. And DNK actually had a move at the market open in 3 candles. This is nice. In 3 candles, we had a 40% move. So that's, yes, it has a fast rate of change, and it's between $2 and $7. That's my sweet spot. So it's missing, the news catalyst, and it's missing, a low float. So I wasn't super ready for this thing to be so aggressive. I was already pretty much dead. My brain was melting, and I didn't really expect this one to move so hard. Looking back at it, yeah, it's much more obvious, but at the time it was, a little bit questionable. So the float was, pretty high. It's 154 million float. Market cap also pretty high, $500 million company. It's a Chinese ticker. These oftentimes don't have any catalyst, and they're flying. So those 3 things are the red flags on this ticker, but every small cap gapper usually has 1 or 2 red flags. As long as it meets like 70% of my criteria, I'm pretty happy. If you guys want to learn more about my criteria, check out tradejournal.co/connect. It's that first link in the video description below, and you will get access to my whole entire checklist for free. It's right here, slides and checklists. And these slides and checklists are part of the foundation video series, which are on, you can get access to it for free. Right now it's on Skillshare, but you can get, a free trial account there, and you'll finish it in just 2 hours or so. Also check out our 2 sponsors if you guys are curious. We got Weeple here, get 2+ free stocks, and check out Yoda Savings Bank. It's just a fun savings bank, one of the best interest rates as well. And our Discord group, Facebook group, and the Trade Journal store. All right. Sorry, a little bit off topic there, but we were kind of already mentioning the checklist. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I want to say about DNK. I think we wrapped it up pretty well. Drop any questions, guys, in the comments below. I answer them. I answer almost all of them. I try to get to them, but lately we've been getting so much, we've been getting so much spam. It takes me forever to just like report. I probably do like a dozen minimum a day. Sometimes I really go through it for like 30 minutes plus, and it's a disaster. The spam on YouTube is getting out of hand. Okay, so now let's get to a little bit more of a personal subject that any of you guys who've been here a little bit longer will be able to relate to. And so let's get a little bit sentimental here. So prepare for some cheesy stuff. I wrote it all down because I didn't want to forget anything. Yeah. Okay, and to do this, I'm actually gonna switch angles here just to make it a little bit more clean. Let's see if this angle works. Oh, this is kind of a fun one. Look how dark everything is. Okay, so yeah, prepare for some cheesy stuff. So I'm making a bit of a change here, and let's get right into it. So I believe in one more thing than almost anything else, even maybe baby Jesus. I believe in consistency, guys. You guys know it. I try not to miss any single day the market's open. Check out the history. Check out my recaps. I think we've only missed like 3 days in a year, and that's because I was dead sick. I think, yeah, I even write that here actually. So yeah, I was like, I couldn't speak, I couldn't eat, I couldn't even really walk. This was in no, not August. I think this was April. It was around my brother's birthday. Yeah, anyway, we've been trading live and doing recaps every single day the market's open this year, and starting last year, literally this time roughly last year. And a big change that I want to be making is actually before I talk about the change, and drum roll, if you guys were on the live stream, you probably already know about this a little bit. Let me actually go back to this laptop, and just to kind of reiterate, this, if you guys go through the videos, we have quite a load of videos. I think we're like over 600 videos now. But we've been doing this recap stuff for a really, really long time. I mean, these aren't even old videos here. This is just like from a month back. This is when we were in Portugal. You guys probably aren't too interested in any of this right here, but you could just scroll on forever. There's actually a little bit of a clip here that I want to show you guys This is during last year Thanksgiving, November 29th. This is a recap video. Here's a little bit of the intro.
Everyone, wow, it is nice to be back in action. So this week has just been crazy. Here's a video of me flying from Germany to the States.
This is about to happen again.
I was actually kind of excited for this flight. I knew
I'm flying this
they
weekend.
advertised that they had Wi-Fi, but it didn't work, and I was really looking forward to maybe, placing a trade on the airplane, but that didn't really work out. The next day, here's a little clip of me at my brother's place. I was running out to the dock.
So
and,
I don't know if you guys remember this video.
It's and we're gonna look for tuna or maybe some kingfish.
It's really old. It only has 67 views. This is
kind
like
of
when we first started doing
some
this.
trading on the boat, and we had some really good Wi-Fi about 20 miles out. But I just kind of missed how the trades this day, which was fine. I was being cautious. And
so here's my brother Heiko. You guys probably know him from the South Florida Fishing Channel, and then Captain Dan.
I'm gonna leave their links to their fishing channels.
This is me.
Definitely check them out if you guys are into fishing. Or just Florida in general, really good footage. Here again, Psycho on Wednesday. I was able to snag 2 really nice trades, which were around 7% Wednesday morning. And here we are getting ready for on a 3-hour drive back to Vero Beach for some Thanksgiving dinner.
And this is somewhere in Florida.
And then, of course, big old
Thanksgiving dinner, and then back in Florida.
So,
what's going on now is you can see I've been doing these recap videos just non-stop, and they've helped me become a better trader like exponentially. I mean, you guys have no idea. I don't want to downgrade it even for a second. I don't even want you guys thinking that I'm doing it because I'm like, oh, this has been a huge waste of time. But there's been some fundamental changes on this channel in my schedule. So let's go here. So as I say, this channel has changed a lot. So we stream now 3 hours on average. I'm trading pre-market, usually starting at 7 a.m. and then we start streaming at 9 a.m. And then sometimes we even start earlier, like 8. We started a few times, and then we wrap up around 11. Sometimes we go to 11:30. Sometimes I even want to go till 12. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we started streaming like 4 hours. But I don't know. At one point, it gets a little bit too much. That was originally 45 minutes, so it's been a huge change. So now I'm thinking about. These recap videos don't actually make that much sense anymore. And the big reason for that is, let me go to this. No more recap videos. And the reason for that is because they just don't make that much sense. Before, I would do 45 minutes trading. We would trade the opening bell together. I would do a few more things, and then I would keep trading on my own, and then I would review it, and we would talk about the challenge. There'd be so much to kind of talk about, and I would spend a lot of time reflecting, which is good, and I still want to do. But I moved my whole schedule over later. So, I would pretty much wake up a little bit later, and then I could work really late working on the recap video, right? And now a lot has changed. I actually get up every morning, usually around 5:30, and I want to actually make it 5. It's changed a lot. I've been getting a lot more done on Trade Journal. It helps me research stocks. It's a really good switch I've been doing. The problem is by the time it gets to 6 p.m. local time, I'm dead. I'm an absolute zombie. You've probably noticed in my recap videos, I'm slurring. I don't get out words properly. Even right now, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. So it's been really, really tough. And I feel like I've been cramping a lot of stuff together. So I want to get rid of the recap videos, which is fine because with the longer streams, where there's so much we go over. So here's a little bit of a pro and con list. Yeah, okay. So rather focus, before I ramble too much, I wrote this down so I don't have to ramble. So rather videos focused, what I want to do instead of the recap videos, I'm not just lazy and I don't want to do anything. I want to do stuff that's more efficient and better for everyone, right? So rather focusing on these recap videos, I wanted to talk about stocks that are being mentioned a lot, like RIDE, RIDE right now. I mean, it's mentioned in the recap or in the streams all the time, but I just don't have the time or energy to really dive into it. And if I dive into it in my recap video, I'm already exhausted, and all the research I did in the morning, I'm trying to poop out in a proper way, but it just doesn't come across because I'm exhausted after a long day of trading. So I want to be able to, do the same thing. I want to release 5 videos at least on normal weeks, and they'll probably be released pre-market. But that way, boom, we have study material. We can, talk about the video. We can learn together, and then we could even talk about it on the live stream. I think it makes much more sense for everybody. So I want to do a 2-day test. I know it's not a lot, but I fly to Florida over the weekend. So in Florida, I can decide if I want to come back to it. And then, so yeah, in Florida, I can decide if I want to come back to it, and then I'll continue in Florida if I do decide not to come back to the recap videos. And then in Europe, when I'm back in Europe, after several weeks, I could decide to switch back again. But here's a quick list of the pros. So first and foremost, I would probably argue for my health. I've been really tired. I watched a few of I always watch my recap videos, but lately I've noticed like, man, in some of the recap videos, you can't really tell, but when I'm doing them, I'm like, boo, I'm dead. So the non-live streaming videos, I'll have much more energy into it. And since I'm filming it, not, after a long trading session, I can, have more energy. I can hit all the topics. I can be quicker in it. It's just going to be a lot of benefits. And if the market, and this is a huge one, if the market is hot, like if there's like right now, the market's on fire. Okay, we won't go back to it, but right now the market's on fire. So why would have I stopped streaming? Well, I stopped streaming because I'm like, man, I got to make a recap video. I got to do all these things. But if like the market's hot and we're recapping the trades already, why not just keep on streaming and being trading with you guys, without the stress of having to force a recap video a little bit later. Let me catch my breath. It'll also allow me to do a little bit more research and less cramped videos. I've kind of already mentioned that. I've been cramping my recap videos a lot. And this is something I really, really enjoy to do. I love researching stocks, but lately I feel like I don't have the time to research them, or I have the time to research them, right? But then I get the research later after the trading day, and then I'm like, oh, okay, let me remember all this. Let me get it out in the video, blah, blah, blah. So it's a little bit tough. Here's a con, obviously. So no recap technically of the trading day, but that's what the longer streams are for. That's like literally what we're doing on the stream. So I don't really feel that it's a con. I don't like the recaps have been getting a little bit repetitive. Also, there's this new thing on YouTube. It's called Shorts, which maybe in like a 60-second phone clip, I could show you guys the recap. I could talk about like the top 3 trending news articles, which I like to do in my recap videos. So I think there's alternatives things as well. So yeah, there's already been great feedback on the stream, and yeah, guys, again, like this is what I wrote here. You guys really said, do what's best for my health, do what's best that just makes sense for me, and it seems like you guys are really on board with this. And that's awesome. So as you guys can see, like again, like this recap video is great. It's helpful, especially if you missed the stream. But again, you can go back in the stream and kind of pick out the parts that you want to watch. And we've already discussed a lot of these things. So it's not like it's not like we're really removing anything. We're just making it more efficient for everyone. So yeah, they getting a little bit redundant, I would say, and I'm too dead to properly do my stock research. So those are some really, really important parts that I really wanted to talk about. That's everything here. So if you guys have any feedback, I know that was a lot, but drop the feedback in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I'm always trying to be real with you guys and kind of go through these things with you guys. Like I was saying before, I mean, this has been a huge journey, and I've gotten so much better as a trader myself because of, well, 1, consistency, and then 2, being able to talk about these things with you guys. And that has just been absolutely huge. And you can see, like, I really used to put, oh man, God, so much time into these intro videos, which is awesome. And, I hope that I can, keep doing those things. But ultimately, I think I can add more value for everyone and do what's best sustainably long-term for myself by, coming out with these kind of focused stock videos instead of just, recapping what we did on the live stream. So again, guys, I don't want to keep kind of, as you say in German, labering, or that's German and English combined. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I'm sorry if this was a little bit too rambly for you, but I'm just kind of trying to be as transparent like always with you guys, and we're all here learning together. So have a great rest of your guys' Wednesdays. Stay safe, make some awesome trades. I'll see you guys in a few days in Florida, and till then, I'll see you guys at tomorrow's live trading session. So till then, guys, peace out. Ciao, ciao.